Hey everyone, this is Tim Verdouw, and today I'll be reviewing VRStudio, which is a brand new product that I'm launching myself today with VRStudio. So you can imagine that I'm super excited to show you this software. And basically what you can do with VRStudio is you can create virtual tours and sell them to other businesses. And you have so many use cases where you can use this for. And I think you will be blown away when I give you a demo. But let's talk about a few different purposes. So for example, you can use this for a house demo. But what about an art gallery where you can set up a digital art gallery in 3D? What about a demo store where you can sell your stuff through an online store? 3D models, 3D video streams like you're seeing right here, objects, demo stores here, measurements. This is also very cool. These are all options inside of VRStudio where you can show measurements on a map or on a picture in the 3D image where people can see exactly the measurements from point A to B. Demo houses here, virtual staging. This is also a very cool one. You see an empty house here, but you're able to upload 2 shots with a before and an after where your users or your clients can go with a slider through this tour and see a before and after staging. Demo video tours through cities. What about that? You could do a house modeling. You could do a showroom of cars. You can sell this to auto dealers, etc. Demo streets. There's so many purposes and you can check them out yourself as well. I'm going to post a link on my website or in the YouTube comments below. I think you will be blown away. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a full demo, and I think this will be a long review so that you can see all the options, because at the start it may look confusing, but it's super simple. Now, before I do that, I want to mention that there is a link in the description of this video. It will redirect you to my website where I have the bundle deal. So this page is focused towards the bundle deal because I believe that that gives you the most value. You can get the front end by simply clicking this link here. This one goes to the bundle deal and that will give you the biggest profit because you will get everything here. So this is the front end. This is the OTO 1, OTO 2, OTO 3, OTO 4, OTO 5. OTO 6, you're going to get all of that inside of the bundle deal for a huge discount. You're also going to get all these bonuses on my page, so make sure if you grab it through my link to get all these bonuses as well. Now let's dive into this, and I think the most easy thing to do for you to understand how this works is to just upload my own house. So what I did, I took 360 pictures of my house, and you could do that with a 360 camera, or you can do that with your mobile phone. And to do so, you first need to create a tour. So what you're going to do here is you're going to give a name here. So demo tour Tim, and you're going to give this author a name. So I'm going to call this Tim Verdouw. And then you're going to click on create. Now I already did that. So the tour is in here. And basically what happens is it's adding a tour here. And then once you've created the tour, you have your left menu here where you're going from the top to the bottom here. So once you create your tour, you're going to upload your rooms. And then you're going to add markers where you can point towards other rooms, where you can walk from one room to another room. Then you're going to do points of interest. Now, the most easy thing to do is to just first show you an example. So this is point A to B here. So now we're going to point B here. And here you got all different kind of information. So when I click on this bottle, look, this pops up. When I click on this link here, a website loads inside of this virtual tour. When I click on this image, an image will show of the kitchen. When I click on this product sheet, a PDF will download that I can read here. Look at this, boom. This is a PDF inside of my tour. All these options are available. Look at this, the television here. You can zoom into televisions. You can add these videos yourself. And then you can go through other rooms here by going through the hallway. And here you can go through the hallway. You can go to the living room back again. And you can browse through your tours. Now, we've got all different kind of tours here. This is a tour where you can buy stuff. So here you can see add to cart. Do you see that? Add to cart. You can add all these points. Do you see those blue points? Sprita, €3. Look at this. You can add this to your cart. Here, look at this. You can buy this. So everything can be labeled inside of a tour where you can sell your products through a tour. Now, totally different one. What I want to show you is you can also create these 3D models of your map. So this is a 3D model of all your rooms. And when I click on one of these points in here, look what happens. Boom, it's going straight inside of that room. And if I want to go back here, I can click on this left menu, 3D view. Here it goes back, and I can go to the top roof, for example, here of this building, of this house. Super, super cool. Another option, I already showed you this, is a gallery here. Look at this. This is an art gallery where you can add your own art here. You can scroll through the art. When I click on an image, look at this art. You can add all these elements in here. So this is a GIF file, as you can see here. It's pointing these fingers up. You can add videos inside of an art gallery here that's automatically going to play. Here's another example. This is a car dealer here where you can mark all the cars here. Car 1. When I click on this car, it's going to show you the inside of the car. Look at this here. And there's a video displaying of this car. And I can also play this full screen here. Let me actually escape this. But those things are possible. Let me show you one more here. This is an app store. Look at this, where you see that television display here with your videos. When I click on play here, the video starts playing here. You can add these boards inside of your tours. There are so many possibilities. You can add maps to your tours here. Look at this map here. You can add that all inside of a tour. And you just do that by simply creating a tour in here. Now, I created this tour, so the next thing that you need to do here, let me actually restart my mouse because it's not enlarging anymore. So you need to go to your rooms here to upload your rooms. Now, first, let's go to the tour. So this is Tim's demo tour, and that's what we're going to edit. So I'm going to click on edit, and now I go to the rooms where I'm going to upload my room. So right now we have an empty tour. So when I click on this plus button, I'm able to upload. Now I can do this room for room, or I can click on this bulk image in here where I can actually bulk upload my images. So when I go to my demo images in here, and let me, it's by date. So when I select all the images in here, I can upload those images, and now those images will be uploaded as different rooms. So when I go to my folder, these are the kind of images. Let me resize them. This is an image of my room, for example. This is a 3D image. Now, one of the cool things is that you can also go to a website. It's called, I don't know if you can read this. It's called pixetid.com. And when you search there for 360 panorama photos, look at this. You can download all these photos for free, and you can upload those inside of your VRStudio account. Now, these are the images. So as you can see, it's done here. All my images are in here, and these are all the different rooms that I created. Now, my file names already have the correct name, so it's also the correct name in here. And let's say I want to edit my living room. Then what I can do here is I can do through the left menu here. So we upload our rooms. Now we're going to add markers in our room. So when I click on markers, I can select the room that I want to use. So this is street view, car inside, the outside front. So I want to have my living room first. So I'm going to select my living room. And as you can see here, this is my house. This is literally my house. I shot an image of my house, and this is my house. That looks cool, right? So if I want to create a next point to my living room, let's say I want to go here to my television. Then what I can do here, there's a plus button at the top here. When I click on the plus button, I can decide what I want to show. So do I want to go to the hallway? Do I want to show the street view, the car inside? Those are all the rooms that I just uploaded. So let's say I want to use the TV room. Then I can say I want to have this TV as start shot, right? And now I can say I want to have an icon here. I'm going to click add. Look at this, boom. Now this is my TV room, and I can drag and drop this wherever I want. I can also make this bigger. Do you see that? And when I click save and I click on TV room again, I can click on edit, and I can also say I want to have an icon in here. And let's say the style here, I want to do the room's name plus an icon. So I want to have that the other way around. You see, you can change that. There are so many possibilities to change things in here. But let's just keep it the way it is. So right now, when I click on TV room, I can click on go to here. And now it's going to my television room here. Look at this. This is my television room. Now, this way I'm able to add different kind of points. So if I want to add a new point, I want to go to my garden. I click on this plus point again. And now I'm going to click on garden, for example. I'm going to click add. And now I'm going to click OK, save. So if I want to change this, I want to move this. Now I simply move that in here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to click save. And I can go to my garden here. So now I'm on the outside here. This is my garden. Look at this. This is the outside of my house, right? So this way you can create all those points. You can also create points back. So you can say, I want to go back to the living room here. So I'm going to click add. And look at this. Now I can go back to the living room. And when I do that here, I'm going to click save. I'm back to the living room here. And then what I can do inside of the living room, let's say I want to go to the television room here. What I can do here is I can actually add something to the television in here. And that's very cool. And that's the next thing. That's the point of interest in here. Now you can go through the left menu or you can switch here to the point of interest. So when I click on point of interest, it's loading my point of interest. And now when I click this plus button, I can decide what I would like to add to my scene in here. So in this case, what I want is, let's say I want to have a embedded video in here. So then the option is none. And look at this. Now I can say, okay, I want to add the video in here. I want to do something like this. So this is my television screen here. And I want to add a video inside of that screen. So I'm going to hit save. And now I can embed a YouTube link in here. Now let me copy a YouTube link that I already have in here. So let's say I have my Skola review. Going to paste that in here. Going to click save. Look what happens. Boom. Now the television has my review inside of the television that will play when I go through this virtual tour. So when I click here on preview, look what happens. It's going to load my room here. So this is my virtual tour. And look, it's already playing this this video for me on my television. That's pretty cool, right? And you have all different kind of options. So if you don't want to have this autoplay, you can click on edit in here. And then you can say, I don't want to have this autoplay and I don't want to have this muted. You can also autoplay and unmute that it automatically will add the sound. You can loop this video, but I don't want to have this autoplay. And then when I save this and I go through my tour, then this is the image that you will see. Now, you can add so many more points inside of a room. So when I click this plus button, let's go back to the other room here. So let's go back here to the markers. So when you switch back here, you can go back to the markers where you can switch to rooms. I'm going to add a marker here to my living room here, to the living room. I'm going to add here and boom, there it is. So now we have a living room in here and I can go to this living room. And now I can add extra elements. So what I'm going to do here is I want to add my mirror here. I want to add something inside of that mirror. So what I want to do is I want to add point of interest again, right? So I'm going to click on the plus again. No, I need to switch to point of interest. And now when I click on plus again, I can add whatever I would like to do. So let's say I want to have an image gallery, for example. Now I'm going to click save. And I did something wrong because now it's an info. When you click on this, it will show a gallery. But when you click on edit in here, you can also go back to the settings. And now you can say, don't want to have this an icon. I want to have this to be an embedded slideshow. So when I click on change, it's asking me, okay. Now I can say, okay, I want to have this slideshow. I want to change the directions of this slideshow here. So this slideshow needs to be in here. And this is just for demo purposes. I mean, this does not make sense what I'm doing, but it's so that you get the ID. So when I click on this again, I click on edit. What I can do here is I can go to the image gallery where I can upload my images. So in this case, let's upload these 3 images. And let's click on close and click on save. Now look what happens to this gallery in here. Now we can go through this gallery here by clicking. So when I go here, now look at this. Now this is a gallery in here. And again, I can, for this room, I can add something to my television as well. But this is a gallery that I added to my house. Now, let me quickly load my house that I already created, because I already created this tour so that you can see more what I've created of my own house. Is here, this is already finished. So here you can see I added this video in here. This is a PopLinks review that automatically started playing. Here you can see this thing. You can also add products. So this dog basket, look at this. You see, people can buy this directly from my tour. What I've also done here is I've added this at the bottom here at the tour, but you can configure everything. So you can close this by default. You can do so many things more. You can even have calls through your virtual tour as well. There's so many possibilities. Stay watching. I'm going to show it all to you. But look at this. So I'm going to my hallway now, and I can go back to my living room. So what I've done here, instead of creating a point like this, you're also able to create a point like this, where you can already see the outside. Do you see that? So when I click on this, it's going to the outside. It's going to show you my car here. Do you see that? This is an image that I created. And you can also go to the car interior. So when I click on car interior, it's going to show you my car on the inside. And I uploaded a video here. Do you see that? That's my Audi Q4 that you can see in here. So you can even zoom in. All the things are possible inside of a tour. I cannot zoom now because I know this is because I'm using this mouse pointer, this green mouse pointer. But normally when I scroll my mouse, I'm zooming in, but it's messing up because of this magnifier that I've enabled. But you can see here the video that's playing inside of my car. I can go back to my garden. So you can create complete tours inside of VRStudio. Now, the cool thing is we've added rooms, we've added markers, we've added points of interest, but you can also add maps. Now, maps can be seen in a part like this. You see this map here at the right top? This is a map that you can upload to your virtual tour as well. Now, here's a very cool thing, which I really like, is the editor user interface. When I click on this, I can decide what a user sees when he goes through my tour in here. So here you can see this is enabled by default. So what I can do is I can disable this. You can see here visible opened, or I can see visible minimized, or I can hide this at all. So when I click on hide at all, it's not visible to anyone who's visiting this tour. But I can also say visible minimized, and then it will minimize like this to the bottom. So that's very cool. Now inside here, you can configure everything. So here on the left menu, for example, there's so many options: icons, measurements, auto rotation, device orientation, annotations, presentations, share, forms, meetings, start live sessions. So this is a cool thing. When you click on this and I enable this live session, what you and your users, if you share this tour with other people, not only you, but other people can go through this tour together to go through a home, for example. So let me show you that. Let me show you that just to show you how cool this is. So first, let's save this. And let's go back to the tour and let me load this tour. So this is my tour here. Now look what happens here. When we go to the left menu here, do you see this? Start live session in here. When I click on start live session, look at this. Do you want to join the live session with audio, video, or audio only? You can do video and audio only. When I click on video plus audio, I'm getting a share link here that I can send to anyone else. And once I've shared that, look what happens here. Now I'm here. Do you see that? This is me. So what you can do, even if you're a coach, for example, you can coach people inside of your office. You simply share your virtual tour, you share your link, and then the other person will show up here and you can have your virtual coaching. But not only that, when you publish this to your website, other people can also send this link to each other. Other people, let me close this call, will also see this option where they can start a live session with their friends. So let's say you're selling a home, for example, and you share this link with other people of that virtual tour. Those people can go through the tour here with the live session themselves. Very, very cool. Now, another thing that you can see here is measurements. You can see 1.5 meter. You can add elements like this to your virtual tours, and you can also enable or disable this. So you see that when I click on this, it's enabled, disabled. You could do icons in here. So if you want to get rid of all the icons, you can get rid of the icons. You can even join a meeting, and that's something totally different where it will show a new conversation. When you click here, let me close this. You can start a Jitsi meeting also inside here of your virtual tour. Very, very cool as well. So let me go back, exit meeting. And not every point has been added here. Do you see that? We have many more options. So here you can choose also, you can enable this. So you can go through the tour here. Do you see that? Let's say I want to go to the street view here. I can go through the street view directly. Now, as you can see, this menu has collapsed now, but it's not by default. But when you go back to your virtual tour here, to the user interface editor, you can say, for example, this menu here, I want to have that visible, opened all the time. So when somebody visits your tour, this is opened by default. And this way you will be able to manage everything. So you can say, okay, here and here, let's say the device orientation, I want to have that visible enabled, for example. I want to have the presentations on, or I want to have the share buttons. The share buttons, I want to have that in here as well. So they'll be visible here at the right bottom. All those things can be set in here. Now, at the right side, exactly the same. You can say, okay, do I want to show this floor plan visible, opened, or do I want to have that minimized, that people need to click on this, for example? Do I want to add my logo in here? Yes or no? Do I want to enable this full screen toggle? Yes or no? If you disable or enable that, it will be all in here. Do you want to have another font? Simply click here, go through all the fonts and change it. Do you want to change the colors of these icons? Simply change it in here, the main color now. You can say, I want to have this to have a blue color, for example, and now it's a blue color. Do you see that? And when I hover over it, for example, I want to have this a yellow color. Now look what happens. It becomes yellow. So you can design this to your own needs. Now at the bottom also here, all the extra options. So you could do voice commands. So you can even with voice commands go through your virtual tour. Do you want to have the info screen? Look at this info screen. I'm going to show you that as well. When you go to an info screen, I need to show that in my tour as well. You can pop up a window. I think it was on this screen. Let me show you this quickly, this car dealer here. When I reload this screen, look what happens. It's going to pop up the info screen, boom, by default. This is an info screen that you can create inside of VRStudio. I'm going to show you that as well. But you can let that pop up, yes or no. Or you can do a panel, or they need to click on it, yes or no. You can hide this, whatever you prefer. So visible, minimized. Other options. Do you want to enable the 3D view? Yes or no? Do you want to enable here the show web virtual reality? That means when somebody has virtual reality glasses, they can go through your tour. Here, all these options. Do you want to show these custom icons? Yes or no? Everything can be managed in here. Do you want to show Facebook Messenger? Yes or no? Everything can be managed, and that's all in the user editor here. Now, the next cool option is 3D view. So let's leave this. And inside of the 3D view, you can create your own rooms. Now, this is very cool. Look at this. So I can say this is in the car. So I need to go back to my own tour because I already created something. And you can, this menu, what you see here, by the way, is the same menu, what you're seeing right here. So here you can see maps, here you can see rooms, you see that? So here you can go through the same things. Not everything is listed here, but it's basically the same. So when I go to 3D view in here, and I can switch here, by the way, I can switch tours here as well. So when I select my home tour now, look what happens. You can see this is my 3D view. And if you want to add a room, you can do that very easily. You click on the room and then you select the room that you want to have. So in this case, I want to add my television room as well here to this 3D view. So I'm going to click add and look what happens now. This is my television room and I can drag and drop exactly where my television room needs to be. So let's say my television room is there. then look what happens. This is my television room. Now this is my 3D view. So if you have multiple rooms on top of each other, you can create this 3D view that you can enable from the start, like I showed you at the beginning of this video. So when I save this and I go back to my tours, and let me show you the live example again. So this is my tour. When I click on the 3D view in here, look at this. This is the tour that we created. You see that? So I can swap immediately to my garden here. If I want to show my garden, boom. You see that? And if I go back to my 3D view, I can swap immediately to the street view here. So this is the street view. Boom. Look at this. You see that? And that can be managed here inside of the 3D view. Now, when you go to measurements, you can add measurements to your rooms as well. So first you need to pick your room, and now you can add measurements. Now, as you can see here, I already created a measurement, but if I like to add a new measurement, I click on this plus, and now look at this. Let's say I want to show my television measurements in here. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hit save. Now, there's some options here where you can choose the label size. Now, unfortunately, let me see if I can move this. Yes. You can do the line size. Look at how big this line becomes now. I could do the different sizes in here. The start plug, if I want to have a big arrows, I can change that here. These arrows. I can change the colors in here of this arrow. I'm not going to do that right now, but the label, the line color, the start plug, and the end plug, I can change that in here. And then the label could be, for example, 100 centimeters. You see that? And this way you will be able to add measurements to all of your rooms. So if you want to show somebody the measurements of a house that they're going to buy, you can add it like this. And do you see that? It sticks perfectly to that screen. So those are the measurements. Now, products is something different. Here you can upload all your products. So in this case, I uploaded my dog basket, as you can see here. So I uploaded this image of this dog basket. I give this a name. I give this a description. As you can see here in my room, I just showed you. I'm not going to show you it again, but you could see that product of that dog basket. Now the info box is something that I want to show you as well. So these are demo images, so these will not be displayed, but you can add your own images in here. And this is what you saw here with this car dealership. So when I reload this car dealership, when you load your presentation, this pops up. Now you can create that pop-up inside of your tour here. And then when you go to your tour, you can also, you can do that as a pop-up, but you can also use it differently by simply clicking the box at the left bottom here, this info box. When you click on that, boom, you can give information about the house, about the car, about the gallery, about the paintings, etc. You can add that all in here inside of this info box in your tour. So those are the info boxes, the presentation. So let me quickly, here you can create a presentation, manual presentation. If you don't want to go through it manually, you can create a room in here and you can say, I want to have a delay of milliseconds. Let's say this is 400 milliseconds. I want to start with the hallway here. I'm going to add this. And then my next room, you can set the milliseconds in here. And then you can add the next room in here. So let's say I want to go to the living, for example. You're going to select the living and you do a delay here of 600, for example. And then I'm going to click add. What it will do when you go through this tour, it will automatically play this tour for you. It's an automatic tour that will automatically play for you. So you can also do room stops in here, many possibilities. Auto start on inactivity so that it starts again. You can loop it, you can click to stop, view measures, etc. You can save this, and then you got your automatically home tour, your presentation created that you can go through. Then the next thing is a 360 video tour. So what you also can do is you can create videos here. So what you can do is you can select all your videos in here and you can say, I want to have a slide duration of 10 seconds or maybe 6 seconds. And then you can add your audio. So you can upload your own audio as well. And then you can click on generate. And this will generate a 360 video tour for you, a video for you that you can use. So I'm not going to do that right now. But that's all inside of your virtual tours. Now, this is just one part. And as you can see, there's so many possibilities. And I even showed you just a small part here. So this is the tour that we're working on. For example, when I click on Edit Tour, now this may confuse you, but actually it's not too difficult. This is being generated automatically, but here you can set settings for your tour. Now, the most easy way is to go to the next step here, where you could do a logo, for example, on your tour, where you could do an intro desktop. Now, for example, an intro desktop is when I reload the screen, you see this image as a background? You can set that here. An intro desktop image. You can also create one for a mobile that is different. Here you could do a logo as well. You could upload your song. So if you want to have a music under your tour, you can upload that song in here as well, and you can use it. It will be added to your library. When a screen is loading, do you want a tour to auto start? Yes or no? Do you want to upload the background image? Yes or no? Background video, do you want to use those? Everything can be mentioned here. Oh, sorry. Here, the start, for example, the preview. You see that you can change speeds, frictions, zoom speed, mouse feedbacks, pen speed, mobile. There are so many possibilities. The shop here, you can connect your shop. And that's all inside of the settings of one single tour. You can change that for each specific tour. You know, you can auto rotate speed. You can add your WhatsApp numbers, etc. Facebook ID, transitions. Do you want to fade or do you want to drop or bounce, or all different kinds of transitions that you can add. So that's inside of a tour. Now, the next thing is the media here at the left side. So you can add your gallery, your images. You can upload your own icons, your own media, your own music. You can upload that in here. So when I go to music, you can see I have a library here. I uploaded one track inside of this tour demo. So when I go to Tim's home tour, you can see that I've uploaded 2 music tracks. So these tracks are per tour. So you can switch tours always in here from the top. Now, here comes the cool part, and that's the publish part. When you want to publish your tour, you're going to click on Publish Tour, and this will be your tour URL, the link. Now, you can also do a friendly link that you can use, and you can change this yourself. So when you change this, you can share this. Now, you can also embed this on your website. So this is an iframe here. And you can see that on the sales page. When you see this on the sales page, you can see all the examples that are being embedded on your website. Now, you can also use those virtual reality links, and these links will allow you to go through it with your virtual glasses. So when I open this, for example, it will load differently. It will load as virtual glasses. Now, let me see if I can disable my mouse so that I can show you here. No, it's not right now. It's oh, here it is. You see that? Do you see that icon here? So do you see that black icon? Let me put on my mouse again, because this is what I want to show. Do you see the black icon? This is when you have VR goggles on your hat. Look at this. Boom. And now it's going to the outside. If I want to go back, I move with my hat and I want to go to the street, for example, and then look at this. And then boom, it's going to the street automatically. So that's the VR version of your tour. Now, another thing that you can do, because I'm going to hear you, can we run this on our own domain? The cool thing is with virtual tours here, when you go to list tours, is that you can download this tour to your computer and you can upload this to your own website on your own domain. So you can download the tour and then the whole tour can be uploaded on your own website. It's super cool. So that means that you can run this on your own domain as well. You can upload this to your client domains, and then you can embed that with an iframe on their website. So nobody will see that you're using a VRStudio by simply downloading these tours in here. Now then the next thing in here within publish is you can publish your tour. So these will be landing page like this. So this is a tour page that you're going to get. You see how clean this browser is. This is the virtual tour that you'll be getting here. So now you can go through the tour here. You can watch this television here. You can click this play button in here. You see that you can go through the tour super, super clean. So that's one part. The next part is you can also create landing pages. So landing pages allows you to add your virtual tour inside of a landing page that you create inside of VRStudio. So I can delete these blocks actually. And as you can see here, so let me, let me delete this whole block and say, okay. So what you can do here, this is the virtual tour by default. It will be displayed. And this can be added. I can delete this as well. So let's get rid of this. I can add elements. So let's say I want to add an image in here, or a virtual or a Google map. I can add that Google map in here. Do you see that? And if I want to add more, I simply click on this plus in here. I'm going to say I want to have 2 columns in here. And inside of these columns, I want to have an image, for example, and I want to have a video here. So this way I'm creating my landing page. Do you see that? And of course, this is very ugly what I'm doing right now, but I'm showing you that you can create a landing page with your virtual tour. You can see how it looks on different devices. And when I save this here at the top on this floppy disk here, and I scroll down here, look at this. This is the URL. I can even make a friendly link. So I'm going to do landing Tim. Gonna visit this. Look at this. This is my virtual tour landing page that I just created. So I don't even need a website or whatever. I can just create a landing page in here. Now this image needs to be replaced because the default images never show up. But this is the landing page that I created inside of VRStudio. Super cool, isn't it? You can also directly share it to your social media pages in here from here. You can add meta tags to your website here. You can upload even your image to your website here. So when you upload an image in here, this image will be shown on social media when you share this. Then the next thing is showcases. Now, showcases is also very cool because it allows you to create showcase pages. So let's create a new one in here, review showcase, because I'm going to show you this. I'm going to click on create here. And then what you can do inside of this showcase, I can show all the tours that I create. So this is my demo video. So I'm going to do the demo store too, the 3D video, dollhouse. I'm going to do the staging video as well. I'm going to do the store demo. I'm going to do the automotive demo, the measurements, and I'm going to do my home tour as well. So when I click save in here, then what I can do automatically again, once it's saved here, I can create a new showcase. So I'm going to call this Tim again. And when I open this, look at this. Now I got a review showcase page with all the tours that I can show to my clients. So this also comes with VRStudio. Now, one thing that I didn't show you is the staging part. So when I click on this, look at this. It's going to show you the staging virtual reality option. Now look at this. This is an empty home. Look at this. What you can do with VRStudio is when you click on after here, look what happens. You can see before and after remodeling a home. So this is very cool. Do you see that? Before and after. So you can show people, if you sell a house, you show them the before and the after picture. Super, super cool. And you can upload these all in the background. When you go through your tour here, through your virtual tours, you list your tours, and that's in the settings of a page here. Here, when you go to edit here, you have the, I think it was, if I'm correctly, I thought it was in here. No, I forgot where it was because there are many options, but there's an option here in the menu. I think it's in, oh, sorry, it's in a room itself. So when you go to a room, that's it. So when you edit a room here, you can go to multiple rooms here at the top. So you can say, I want to do a dual view, and then you can do a before and a after. Now then the next thing that I want to show you, so this were the showcases. Remember the showcase page where you can see all the tours that I just showed you. When you go back here, you have all these showcases, and you can also change that on the top here. You could do custom headers, custom footers in here. You could add your own logo. You can add your own banner image that will be here on the top. And you can add your tours, and then again, you can add your custom CSS, and you can share that. And you can also embed this again on your website. So if you want to embed this tour, if you want to embed all of this on your own website, you can do that as well. Now then the next thing, which is very cool, is called globes. Now look at globes here. What you can do with globes is, let me click on it so I can show it to you, is you can add points on the globe here where you can add. So when I click on this plus button in here, I can decide which tour I've created. So let's say I want to have the staging tour, which was in the United Kingdom here. So this is the staging tour. I'm going to click on create. Now there is this pinpoint. I can move this pinpoint to the United Kingdom here, and I can release it. Now when I save this, what will happen here is I can share this globe. Now look what happens when I share this globe. And again, I can use my custom link in here. I'm going to do Tim. Look what happens when I open this. This is so super cool. It's going to load that globe for me. Look at this, with all my virtual tours on it. So here when I hover over it, this is the tour of my own home in the Netherlands. This is a tour in Spain of a home tour video. And this is the staging tour. Now I can click on this pinpoint in here, and then it will zoom in and boom, it will show you exactly where it is. And when I click on the play button in here, it's automatically showing that tour to me. When I click on play here, it's going to show that staging tour to me again. How cool is that? And you can create these tours, these globes, so you can create different globes for different clients as well. So you can click on create here, and then you can call this globe 2 here. Gonna click create, and this will give you a complete fresh globe where you can click on plus, and there you can choose from the tours that are in your account, where you can say the showroom cars. Okay, I'm gonna add this, and I'm gonna add this in the United States, for example. Gonna click auto save here, gonna click save, and now this will be on my globe. When I visit this link here, look at this, there will be 1 point in the United States here, and I can go to that showroom automatically. Boom, look at this. I think that's super, super duper cool. Look at this, you can go through the showroom here. All these pointers, do you see them? You can go to the outside here of this showroom. You can go to the inside here. You can go inside a car. I already showed you that with my own. Oh, this is a Wikipedia link. And I didn't even show you all the elements that you can add inside of your tours. But this is super cool. And you can click on this globe here at the right bottom, and that will bring you back to the globe. Now, one last thing that I'm going to show you is inside of a tour, because you can also collect data. You can add forms to your tour. So when you add it, I think it's in here. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it takes some time to get used to everything inside of a tour. Let me see here. Now you need to do that for each room. So when you go to a room, for example, and you're going to edit a room, you can also protect a room here. So you can say, I want to protect this with a passcode, for example, or I'm going to protect this with leads. So first, when I select this to leads, for example, I'm going to save this. And now when I go back to my rooms, and I hope that I remember which one it was. Let me go to my tours, my rooms. I think it was the hallway, right? So let me go to the tour here, Tim's tour. Show you this tour. So when I go to the hallway, I think I need to fill out my information. Click on this. No, shoot. I forgot which one I fill out, but then a window pops up where you can fill out your name and email address. So each room, let's say the living room, we're going to edit this one, and contents, we're going to protect this one, the living room, with leads here, title, sign up, and then let's say, okay, save. And now we go back here. We're going to go to the hallway as well. And then we're going to do protect this, needs to be password code. And then 1, 2, 3, for example, type password. And I'm going to click save. And now when we go back to our tours, it should be there. So bear with me. So here, do you see that right now? Boom, sign up. So first, and you, of course, you can change this. They need to give their name, email, and phone number. And once they've done that, so let's say I'm going to Tim, Verdouw, And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to click OK. So this is also a phone request. Not sure how this works. Yeah, so here, now I can view this room. And when I go to the hallway, I need to enter a password in order to see this 1, 2, 3. So if you want to close courses or close tours to other people, you can do that this way as well. And I even haven't showed you everything. So when I go to the forms here, you can see here, there's the signups in here. When you go to the leads here, you can see those leads. You can create forms yourself that you can add inside of a tour. So when you go to a tour, when you change the rooms in here, so let's change a room. Let's add markers or point of interests to a room. When I click on this plus button here, the point of interest, those are all the options: images, image gallery, video, video 360, Lottie, HTML, text, link external, link embed. For example, link embed. Look how cool this is. So I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to say content link, https timverdouw.com. And then let's click on save. And when people click on this, and I also can give this a name. When I go to settings, I want to have an icon, boom, boom, no content style. I want to have a label plus icon. So my label is my website. Here, look at this. I'm going to click save. Now, when I preview this tour, look at this. I can simply add a link code. So first I need to sign up, my name, my email, and then my phone. Okay, boom. And now when I click on my website, it's automatically loading my website inside of my browser. Look at this. This is just inside of my virtual tour. The possibilities are limitless, as you can see. So many possibilities with this plus icon. Products, forms here. So when you want to add a form inside of your screen here, you can do that as well. And there you can say, okay, you can enable here. This looks a little bit difficult, but you can simply say enable. This is a text field. And this is, for example, an email field. You're going to hit name here, name, and here email. And going to hit save. And now you got a sign up form in here as well when people click on this. As you can see, so many possibilities. And here you can see all the tours. You can see how many times your tours have been viewed here. You can see which tours are most popular. You can see the total of visitors, analytics in here. If you don't know how to start working with VRStudio, you can click on Start Tour Creation Wizard and it will guide you through this. So here, list tours, creating new tours. It will show you exactly what you need to do in order to create a tour. And there are also tutorials on the inside as well. But as you can see, it's a very, very long review, but this is all included inside of the bundle deal. And I think you will really love this when you start using this tool. First of all, you can use this for yourself. And second, you can sell this to so many businesses because people will love this. You know, if you're going to do this professionally, you know, you can do this with your phone. So you can go to Google Street View. You can create 360 photos. But you can also, if you want to have a good tool, it's called Insta360 camera. It's a small camera that will record everything. You can take photos, you can take videos of 360. Very cool. And you can upload them inside of VRStudio. Like I said, the possibilities are limitless. Go check it out. Again, link in the description to get all my bonuses, to see the bundle deal, to see all the updates. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I hope that I showed you a lot of options. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done yet. Hit that like button because that will help me to rank my video. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Talk soon. Cheers.